over your tenure, each summer you have improved and it's gone upwards. How difficult is it to improve this summer?
Yeah, the higher you get, the more difficult is improvement is always. But there's still we have a lot of space for improvement. But it's always like this in football. After a season, after a break, first and foremost, you have to try to reach the level of last year again, if it was a good one, and it was a good one. So that's the first target we have. And when that happened, then you can make the next steps. But it's not always. We don't. It's not PlayStation where you can next skill and whatever. It's really we have to bring people together, players together, that they do the same thing in the right moment and stuff like this. This is always very important. A lot of things depend on confidence, stuff like this. So where can you get that from? Which results and all that stuff. It's a lot of important things. So improvement, being consistent, doing the same again would be improvement as well on the highest level, of course. But in specific points, we can improve for sure.
Jurgen, what do you take from these games? Tell me, you were referencing earlier the Super Cup back in Germany, and you beat Pep twice with Dortmund. And what can you take from that moving into the season?
Nothing. That we want because my team beat Pep's team in Germany in the Super Cup. What I can take from that for a season, or what?
Just the confidence that could potentially give you.
Oh, then I can't remember. So we won the Super Cup, but Pep won the league at least that time. So obviously it didn't help us or hurt or harm them. It was just a game. So how it always is in football, we don't have to. I don't want to make it as small as you make it, but I don't want to make it bigger as it is. So it's one game, and games are always influential, but how much depends on the people involved. And so we if we win, we try to get confidence and to use it. If not, then we have to deal with it and learn from it. That's the situation. So the season starts, so no other competitive game is played probably that weekend in England. So a lot of focus on it probably then. Some people will watch it, and then we have to be ready. That's enough from a motivational point of view. It's nicer to win it than not to win it, because I didn't win all the finals, but most of them, that's true. And but at the end, we will not do a parade afterwards. Or nobody told me that. So
Jurgen, how hard is it after winning the Champions League to keep the players motivated, the desire there? I mean, have you seen a change?
the problem is not the players are not the problem. But these boys, how would you change about in 4 or 5 weeks? So, but it's the new situation is that it was a big achievement for the club. It was a big achievement for each individual. We had a completely different summer. Everybody's talking to you about it. Even you are not successful, people want still pictures, but don't talk that long. If you win something, then everybody feels the need to tell you, first and foremost, congratulations, and then where they watched it, how they felt, how their family felt, how the friends felt, how the dog felt, and it's all nice, but of course it keeps you in that moment, and that's why I said, I don't answer again question about the Champions League final. It's no problem. I said I don't do that after America anymore, but no problem talking about it. But I want to be completely focused on a new season from a specific point of view. So that's the one thing. On the other hand, the boys are fine, but the situation is completely different, and we have to deal with the situation. That's clear. So when we said we have to get rid of the backpack of the history of the club, that we can make a step in the right direction, we have to make sure that our own history, even though it's a very good one, don't keep us in that moment. So that's very important, but we will do that. But you have to learn it. It's not that nobody gives you a book and they read it how to deal with a Champions League win. So you have to do it by yourself, and we will do that. We did it already. The boys are completely fine. Still the sensational characters from the last year. But now we have to prepare a new season, and that's always it's always a challenge.
Do you feel more pressure?
No.
I wonder how important it is for you going into the season actually keeping such a good side together, because in your managerial career you never actually had that.
No.
But you've always lost. Like you've won things, won all the different period. You've always then lost the best players. So for you, it's like almost new territory. But how important is it to finally get the chance to?
It is, but it's not exactly like this because I lost 6 players for the preseason, which is semi-cool, I would say. So now we get it back. First time in my career I have now, or maybe from next Monday on, when Sadi is back as well, the team together from the last year. Yeah, that's true. So it's we have to, I said we have to use it, but it's that's how I explained it already a couple of times. This is these are the transfers we did, keeping the boys together and keep this team together. Stay on our toes. It will be happen for 100%. Staying aggressive, staying greedy, all that stuff, and then let's go again. That's a fact. But you see, I said it yesterday. The only worst thing could have happened really is like we win all the games easily without 6 players, and it's like whoop, 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 whoop. Because the problems will come in the season. Now we get already a little taste of the problems when they come, and we have to make sure that we are ready and prepare the solutions, and that's exactly what the preseason is for as well.
Is it sort of exciting to you that you find because obviously they're an amazing team because you won the Champions League, got the 3rd highest points total in the Premier League history. Is it exciting that you have such a good team that you can actually take forward for once?
Yeah, but the general information is very exciting, but I didn't feel it yet because I'm just not here. It's like we have to together and we have to train, and then we have different starting moments. Other teams has that as well. And we started for a couple of our players started in America, who was there knows it was very, very hot. Difficult pitches, stuff like that. So that was then, and then you have to play and to train, and you cannot. It's just a challenge. 3 games in a week, and then it's the first preseason week. It's really a challenge. So yes, the general thing, everything is good, but I think it would be a bit strange if we don't. We had some problems obviously in that preseason, and the results are a good sign for that because we were not happy about these results. That's clear. These problems are all sortable. It's all possible to find solutions for that 100%. We had them already in the locker, but we have to bring them back in our locker that we really can use them. And for that you need training as well. But now we get a group back who needs the start of the preseason and stuff like this. So but we have to train together as well. Games are coming up. That's the job. That's the job. It would be easy. Everybody could do it. So we are quite experienced in that. But in that period, we still have to win football games, and that's the main thing I'm thinking about in the moment. How can we do that, and what's the plan for that? And I don't think too much still about how happy I am that the boys are still together. We decided that long ago, and I'm not surprised that it happened. That.
Last couple of Johnny.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's the only positive. And Sadio had then only 16 days when he's coming back, so they don't lose so that much. If you have a 6-7 week break, whatever, then it's different, of course, where you have to start. But 3 weeks should be absolutely okay. 2 weeks or 16 days for Sadio. Yeah, it should be okay. How can we manage that? When? You ask me. Yeah, we will see. There are international breaks, but they probably have to play qualifiers for, I don't know exactly, but they will be away. I have a week off then, so cool. I don't need it, but I have it. And so, yeah, that's the situation. So that this is, and it always, this discussion, somebody has to start it. Somebody has to start it. Because I spoke yesterday, Carlo Ancelotti, Italy has 20 teams as well and starts the season at the 24th of August. 24th. So Koulibaly played together with Sadio at the Copa, at the African Cup of Nations. Has 4 weeks holiday. He's not even close to coming back. And stuff like this. That's all different. But they have 20 teams as well. I don't know why we started earlier. Next year is Copa and Europe. And we start, I think it's the same weekend when we start with England. Somebody has to, and I don't know why. The Premier League is such a wonderful product that everybody will watch it anyway, whoever plays. We don't need this 2 weeks where nobody's playing in the whole world, only England, and then we can watch Premier League. It doesn't make sense. I feel, I don't know, I'm not like this. I love football. I want to play, from my point of view, we can play each week. I love it. But somebody has to think about players, and obviously nobody is doing it. So from time to time I start a discussion, but then it's like, look at me, oh, start always looking for excuses. I don't, and especially not for me. But we have to think about these things, and nobody, especially in England, is really thinking about it, because it's just, I think it's really like this next year again. Big tournament, 2 big tournaments this summer, and England starts again first week of August, if I'm right. It's just not. And the clubs want us to go on tours with who? I can go alone there. I'm not sure that that's enough. These are the situations there.
Final question.
You mentioned yesterday City were title favourites again, but given how well you played, why do you see them as favourites?
Because they've won the league twice in a row. It's one reason. We are not, for us it was the first year on that level. We have to prove that we can be again on that level. That's how it is. The 97 points were no coincidence, but it was not that we outplayed all the teams. We shot them out of the stadium constantly. We needed in tight games, close games a lot, and we had to make sure that we were a real result machine last year. That was really, really impressive. But the champion is the favorite, but they didn't lose a player as well. I have lost company, sorry. Probably another one, so maybe we'll do something. So they are still pretty consistent in the squad as well. Good age group as well, experience. So they're clear favorite. How could we be favorite? So if somebody asks me if we are favorite in the Champions League, I probably couldn't deny it, but I don't think it's like this. But then we are twice in a row in the final, so obviously we know the way to the final. Does that mean we will be in the final again? Probably not. Or it doesn't mean it, but it's possible. So we will try that as well. So we try a lot of things, but being the favorite is has nothing to, or no influence actually on the season. We have to make sure that we get a good start in the season. That's our main thing to think about. And when we have a good start, then we build on that. If we don't have a good start, we have to change that and build on that then. So that's it.
Super. Thanks, guys.